Hey everybody, this is the second half of the stream. Earlier the first half was with the demo, so now enjoy the actual gas station simulator part of the playthrough. Thank you. Sorry about that. Still trying to get everything right. There we go. Okay. Alright, to get the next level, let's see. Drive-in cinema. We're gonna need 7,500. That gives us level 9. Alright. Oop, I got a delivery at the warehouse. Let's go get this. Oop. Thank God you don't get damaged from getting hit by cars. I'm coming, I am coming, I am coming. I think I do have it at right now where I have enough employees that the main thing I have to worry about is the cinema and the car wash. I'll double check that here in a second. Yes, that will do. Now get. Your tires stick out way. Whoa. Okay. Got to lose your axle there, buddy. Alright, let's see where we're at. Oh, we have full strength. Go wide, switch it, there we go. Been a while since we played this. I know it's been a couple of days. I apologize. Trying to get stuff straight around here. I did upload that 7-hour video straight up to YouTube. Maybe next time what we'll do is, if people leave messages or something like that, maybe we would do a poll that, maybe I should cut it up next time, break it up into 2 different episodes or something. I don't know. That was kind of a long stream, going 7 hours like I did the other day. So, I mean, what ended up happening is I just sat here, started getting into the game, and didn't really pay attention to the time I was up. Am I going to do constant streams like that? No. I really only had the intentions of doing a couple hours here, a couple hours there, and that one just got away from me. I didn't really want to do long streams like that unless, I'd gotten to the point where I was, if it was a charity stream or something like that, I'd gotten big enough to do that, then I would have. So, but I'm far from being able to do charity streams or anything like that. And it was brought to my attention a while ago that my chat was messed up. I did not realize that my chat was on sub only. And anybody that come in during that time and couldn't put anything in the chat, I do apologize. It has been fixed now, and again, I apologize because that was not fair to y'all to do that. Wow, double tap. And hopefully I'll get it to the point that, I can recognize that sooner. So everybody can participate, There's no point in me having a sub-only chat on. I don't have enough followers and subscribers. I don't have enough subscribers to justify doing that. Trying to say Dennis? Need to get away from this. Need to get away from this. Need to get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. DENIS. reason I was running away from that theater is when I went to upload the video to YouTube, and it did the initial check onto it. For just about a minute of it, I was right there by the cinema doing something. I think I was checking tickets. And the movie started just like what just happened then. And YouTube's AI algorithm flagged it for copyright material. So I've got to watch being around the movie theaters or the cinema when, you know, if I'm streaming or anything, so that I don't get. Hey, how's it going, King? Been a while. But as I was saying, I got to watch being around the cinema because of copyright. Ooh, they want some popcorn. Oh man, car wash, no fuel, customer. How much fuel do I have? Oh, I got plenty of fuel right now. Alright, go to delivery, let's look at product. Got plenty. Actually getting low on that, so those. More of those, plenty of those. More of those. Actually, I'll get 2 of those, 1 of those. Add. Looking good on all the ice cream products, car care. Cool. I got plenty of those. Plenty of newspapers. Let's see what kind of hats I get. Alright, got 2 more of those. 1 of those. 2 of those. Alright. I don't have a sunglass stand. Glad I paid attention to that. Got those. I don't have a pastry stand. Alright. 2 of those. 1 of those. Those are good. Alright. Yeah, it's been a bit. Good to see you're up and running again. Yeah, I'm trying as far as doing this. Right now, I have a lot more time on my hands than I care to think about. So, you know, figured I'd do this again until things change and I get back to a position that I'm working again. But I have decided that, you know, even if I go back to work, I'll do a limited stream schedule. Maybe do it on my days off or whatever. But it's also a situation that it's kind of up in limbo right now what's going on. Not a good feeling, but it is what it is. Hey King, aren't you the one, didn't you do my original logo? I want to make sure I'm right about that. That's what I thought, because I still use it. I use it more for my YouTube videos, because where it's got Crosshair 279 or not my actual name. So I'm trying to start incorporating those, and one of the things I do is in the description I give credit for different things, and I gave you the credit for the personal logo, the ball logo. And I just wanted to make sure I was right or not. I was like, I believe it was him that did it for me. I just wanted to make sure. And no, I won't be streaming MLB anymore. One, I haven't played MLB The Show since Otani was with the Angels on the cover. I think that was what, 24? I believe it was. And that's the last time I've actually kind of played the game. I think I might have dabbled with it a little bit on the Xbox because it was free when Chaz Chisholm, when Chaz was on it with the Marlins. I may have dabbled a little bit, but I really haven't played since then. One, I haven't bought the game, and two, I haven't bought an upgraded capture card. My old, I believe I still have my old capture card, but it won't handle the PS5. And on top of that, I've kind of switched more to Twitch or Steam. Wow, words are very, very hard. Man, I've switched to more of a Steam-based game set. So, you know, and honestly trying to play, let's do Night Court. What was a recent display? Night Court Part 2. We just played that. It's one of those that I don't have a monitor to play the game on. Excuse me. And the monitors I do have are strictly for my computer. And I really do not have the get the camper to check the spot, talk to the guy from the gas station. I sent him a level 10 to fully upgrade the structure, sit on the bench, answer the phone call. I'll do that here in a minute. We're more worried about the cinema right now. Oh, no you don't. I heard you. And I remember last time I played MLB, I was always getting so frustrated with it, with the hitting in it. But then again, it was, you know, I was playing on a TV, that made a big difference. The fact that I really, you know, I really couldn't compete with the other people that was streaming it, you know. And me personally, yeah, you would have to upgrade to a new capture card. That is out. I had to. Yeah, but trying to do that with no money, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But another thing is back then when I was doing it, I was always getting real angry with everything, and one of my biggest problems is instead of doing it like with this game, you know, I enjoy streaming it. It's kind of relaxing, but at the same time, it's one of those that push come to shove, it doesn't matter if I mess up on this one. You know, I'm not competing with anybody. And that was one of my biggest things as far as playing MLB. I would get upset watching these, you know, other creators and these other players just dominate the game, and it's like, man, why can't I even be half of that? And I let it get to my head, and I know that I don't need to bring that back into the fold right now. Does the game look fun? Yeah, it does. Would I like to play it again? Yeah, but again, it goes back to I have more stuff that I have to deal with personally right now than I care to think about. And because of that, it makes, you know, doing anything more relaxing than stuff I already have. Like, I've had this game for a while. The Contraband game that I just streamed doing the demo, it's one of those that it keeps popping up on the screen here because I think it's from this. It's basically, I want to say it's from this developer. And I was like, okay, hey, I'll try it and stream it, and it was pretty fun. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, I believe, you know, wait a minute. You're going to lose the sound for a second. I do. Another thing, if I'm going to be doing this, I need to get me a Steam Deck. Yeah, my, that logo. As you see, I still use it. I mean, you know, that was one of the things that when I got, you know, it meant a lot to me. You know, because somebody took the time to do that. So, you know, I still appreciate that. So, you know, you were one of those that, yeah, you may have lurked a lot of the times, but you did come in every once in a while. You would say something, you know, you kind of interact. But I could count on you pretty much coming to every stream. So, you know, that meant a lot that I had at least one person that thought I was doing something halfway decent. But when I started doing this again, it was this game, and it was on a whim. It was just like, darn it, Red Dead. Oh, I'd love to. You still play on the PlayStation, don't you? Oh, crap. Let's sell this. Sell this. Big boy. Yeah, I mean, I think I would have to download it on mine. I'm not for sure if I have it on my PS5. And honestly, I'd have to find a new TV or something to play on because after all these years, the TV I was playing on finally crapped out on me about a month ago. So I think I got another TV somewhere. I just don't know where right offhand. But as far as me streaming it, like I said, it was on a whim. I can honestly say at the time that I started streaming again, I was mentally starting to go to a bad place I didn't need to go to. I could have swore I did a delivery. Did I not do a delivery? Yeah, I did. When I started streaming, I was kind of in a bad place mentally because of stuff going on. And like I said, I just picked this game, started playing it, started streaming it. I was like, I'll take the streams and upload them to YouTube, you know. For the most part, unedited. I've got 2 of them that I had to. I didn't have a choice. Well, one of them I had to. Let me rephrase that. The second stream I'd ever done, I was readjusting my OBS and everything, and somehow I ended up cutting off. I started with sound. I was doing good, and somehow I ended up cutting all sound off on the stream. So for like 30, 45 minutes, I'm sitting here running off at the mouse, playing the game, blah da da da, you know, just being into the game. My son comes home, Dad, we can't hear you on stream. What do you mean? There's no sound, it's just video. Son of a. So I took that one, and when I went to upload it, I edited it down to, you know, basically all I did was the part that didn't have no sound, I sped through it. And then I had another one that when I was sitting there, you know, I'm sitting here streaming it and playing it. When I went and got towards the end of it, I realized that I had literally did nothing the whole game. I had painted my gas station, set it up, and I kept waiting for the deals to make my deliveries. And I spent an hour and a half doing nothing but that. Wasn't washing cars, wasn't doing the movie theater. Everything was closed. All it was me just sitting there running back and forth making a small order for delivery to restock everything. And I was like, I cannot believe I just wasted an hour and a half of anybody's time to come and watch me. So when I put it on YouTube, I sped everything up, and I took I think it was a little over an hour and a half video and made it a 13-minute speed up video. And it's like, okay, you know, I'll never do that again. So I'm a little bit, really, big boy, are you pouting that much? Wow, big baby. Talking to my dog. I got a pit. Ah, crap. Got a sandstorm coming in. I got a pit bull English Shire mix that just got upset and flopped on the floor because I'm not paying him any attention. It's okay, big boy. I still love you. Shoot. I'm stuck inside. I might as well go ahead and order some more stuff. Let's see. Really? I don't know if y'all heard that or not. Well, when I'm talking about bad, I was talking about bad at the game. Now, as far as streaming and talking, for the first time you're hearing my voiceover, I'm actually using the feedback feature on OBS, and this is the first time I ever used it. I never, you know, I wasn't a professional at it yet. You know, I'm not a professional now. I mean, well, half and half. I do get some money, if you call 17-cent money, so I'm paid for it. I guess I am a professional. But the point is first time I started hearing my voice through the feedback, I'm like, oh my God, I sound like that. And I can hear the whistle coming out of my mouth. I can hear the slur of the words. And it's like, oh my God, am I that bad? So that's the bad part about my streaming. You know, that's just the way I feel about it. But I was more upset at the fact that I couldn't play the game, and I felt that the biggest part of the reason people didn't want to come and watch me was because of how bad I was at the game, and if they did come and watch me, I felt that the only reason that they'd come and watch me is this, oh, is he going to blow up today? And I did not want to be, excuse me, I didn't want to be labeled as that type of streamer that, ooh, if you want to get a good laugh because he's going to blow up at how bad the game is or whatever. I didn't want to be labeled as that. And again, there was other things going on in my personal life at the time that affected a lot of it. how I would do things, if I would do things, you know. Yeah, excuses, but, you know, there was a lot going on with me personally back then, right when I stopped streaming. And, you know, I was streaming, I wanted to start doing YouTube, and I started a YouTube channel. I'd uploaded 3 videos, a little teaser intro video. My first, I think it was like an hour and a half. I'm not sure exactly how long. I'll have to look it up. But I was doing a Subnautica playthrough on YouTube. And I got the second video, I got the first video out. It was about an hour and a half, I think. Maybe closer to 2 hours, the first video. And then I did the second video. It was about 45 minutes. And I was like, okay. That's when I was starting to kind of teach myself how to truly edit. Yes, I have a granddaughter now. She is in her terrible 3s. So, yeah, actually, no, she just turned 4. My granddaughter just turned 4. And, yeah. But at the time, yep, that's about the time I stopped streaming and everything. Well, one of the problems is I was fighting some health issues at the time. I wasn't working, so my income was very limited, and I wanted to do this to try to supplement my income, and I was getting frustrated because it's like, what? You know, I can't get no income, and, you know, I couldn't get no followers, nobody wanted to watch me, I suck at this game, that's the problem. Yeah, there was just a lot going on. I mean, personally, my mental state was nowhere in the right place to do something like that. And, oh wow, that went through that. And, you know, like I said, I had the, oh, you look twerp. I had the, I'd done the second video and got it up. And, like I said, I'd learned about the you know, I was trying to teach myself more about the editing and getting it going right and everything. And, oh crap, I need to get some tires. So I was like, okay, I'm doing good with this. And I thought the editing on that video was halfway decent. Professional? No. Decent? Yes. Crap. But what ended up happening is I recorded my third video. I got it recorded. And when I got it recorded, I went to start editing the footage, and at the time, my computer was still using a HDD instead of an SSD. You know, I was using a hard disk drive instead of a solid state drive. And just my luck, it decided to crap out on me. And again, you know, hey, I'm not working, I got bills to pay, so I just couldn't just drop a couple of $100 or whatever for a new hard drive. And my computer's through Zydex. I was like, well, I've got a lifetime warranty, which is 10 years. And I messaged them, and they were like, yeah, it's under warranty, send it to us. Well, every time I went to send it to them, something else would come up. You know, I would have to do this, I would have to do that, you know, whatever it was. Something would come up and distract me from actually sending it off. I'll just deal with the copyright later. They want to, they can nail me. I mean, it's just a movie. But, I ended up, you know, never doing it. Well, a friend of mine was like, oh, well, I've got an extra hard drive I'll send to you. Or what kind did you have? You know, what would be easier? I said, well, it'd be easier if you just bought, you know, if you could just buy one if you really want the help. You know, I thought they were just, you know, running off at the mouth. And next thing I know, I got a, you know, I had a 1 terabyte hard drive. Next thing I know, I had a 2 terabyte hard drive sitting there waiting for me to pick up. So I went and got it, installed it, and put all the operating system, everything. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, you know, everything's saved on the cloud. I can get it back from that. No big deal. Nope. All my old videos from when I was doing that series is gone. The only thing that I had left from that was actually saved to the cloud was the thumbnails. Oh, I am so sorry, big boy. You okay? Hey, do me a favor. Clean this area up and put his bed over here so he can lay down with us. They're on there. They're on YouTube, but I don't have access to them anymore. Yeah, the save and everything was gone. Sorry, I was talking to my son. And, you know, that upset me, and it really was like, are you kidding me? You know, I went through all this trouble to do this, that, and the other. And it was gone. You know, no more. And I just like, damn, you know, screw it. You know, maybe it's not meant to be. And, well, after I did that, you know, I'd probably say maybe a year after that, I finally was medically released to go back to work. So I went back to work. And, you know, the job I do and the way I was treated at my job, I didn't, you know, for lack of better words, streaming was no longer a, wow. Oops. You be any louder? Ding dong dong hang hing. Jeez. Get all this, take all this and get it out of the way. We're rearranging the area so my dog can have his bed closer to me so he doesn't sleep or he doesn't get right underneath my chair and I go to move and I run him over. It seems like every time I'll go to move to reposition myself, he's there and it's like, And I don't remember getting any notifications of you streaming. And ooh. You know something? No, that... Wait a minute. We'll be right back. I want to see something real quick. King, hold on a second. I don't... Am I... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. I've been following you since 2021, but I haven't been getting any... Hmm. I don't remember getting any notification. I haven't in a couple of months. I don't even know. What, bud? Huh? Dennis, is that what you were asking? Yeah, I saw it. I was responding. You went too far over and you brought over the. You brought over. Yeah, there you. I don't even remember getting any notifications before then. That. Sorry, I'm kind of, no, why am I? It says I'm following you. Well, at least, yeah, but no. What? Wow, following a lot of people. I need to go through this. Okay, it's not. There you are. Let's see. You sure it's been a couple of months? Yeah, I'm following. Oh, that is why. There we go. That's why I wasn't getting anything. That's been fixed. There we go. Somehow my notifications for your channel, because I was like, I wasn't getting them. Somehow my notifications for your channel had been cut off to ignore. All right, here we go. I apologize. I didn't mean for that to happen. Ooh. All right. That wasn't my intention. I do apologize. But even still, you know, with me, it's more of I got to do something because, excuse me, even if I can get just a little bit from this right now as far as an income, I've got to do it. I'm out. I'm technically out of work right now and not getting paid. So it's any kind of source of income I can get, whether it's a little bit I get from them or whatever, I've got to get it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because I'm not going to go and put myself and my family and my wife through that strain again that we went through before, or try to anyway. We do have, family that's trying to help, and I really appreciate their help. But at the same time, I'm worrying that it might end up becoming more of a burden on them and hurt them trying to help us. So, I don't want everything to be, oh, well, they'll cover it, da da da. No, I don't want to be like that. I want to try to do something that will compensate and make it easier for everybody. Me, her, my wife, everybody else that's involved. So, but I mean, right now it's a time only tells thing, and I hate to say it that way, but I'm sure I'll go ahead and pay the upper price. I ain't gonna sit here and keep waiting for it to go on sale. There we go. So yeah. I mean, I've been sitting here doing this for about a week now, and I've been talking about you. Some of my streams, I've been talking about, hey, I had this one dedicated follower I really miss him coming in. And, I'm kind of glad you stopped by. That's pretty cool. There are times I'm sitting here thinking, I kind of, I had you that was on a constant follow. You would come to my streams and everything, and eventually I started thinking, man, did I mess this up? What could I have done better? What can I do to make it up to them? And it's good to see you come back. That seeing you pop into the chat, even just for the little bit of time, that meant a lot. I mean, it's that does mean that you are like, I sent a message. You did? When? Hold up a second. But the last time I played, honestly, the last thing I ever played on PlayStation, and one of the only reasons I got a PlayStation 5 was for Final Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Oh crap. Alright, sign back here. Give me a second. Um but it was what? Oh, did I? Oh, no, no. Oh my god, I left it open. Jesus Christ. Oops. I cannot believe I left this place open. That is. Oh, man. You little. Oh, well. And. Wow. Leave it open again. Go ahead. That's right. Leave it open again. I didn't even see how much they had actually stolen. That's alright. There's somebody at car wash them. Give me a second. I'll pause this and try to get back into my PlayStation. Because I just realized it's not logged in on my phone anymore. And I thought it was.
You're amazing.
Yep. Alright, let's do this for a second. We're just going to pause this. And switch over to that. Yeah, I definitely need to get a Steam Deck. Hold on a second. My phone's being stupid. Ooh. It's okay, big boy. I'm not going anywhere. You can lay right there. Come on, load up. Thank you. And honestly, if I can remember my password because it's been logged in on its own for so long. Yeah, that would be about. If you did send me a message, that would have been like last year when I was playing Rebirth. Was it Rebirth that come out at that time? Huh. If you did send a message and I overlooked it, I am so sorry, King. I really am. Um, that was not my intention. Now now I feel kind of bad. If you did send me a message, because I remember us playing on RDR, and they've actually still got the online of that up. I remember there was me. Uh, what? Your PlayStation, your PlayStation ID's got King Beast in it too, don't it? Why is it not loading? Why is it not loading up? Okay, my PlayStation app is not loading up. What is? Uh, is my voice cutting in and out to y'all? Little bud, I know it's harder for you. Little bud, I know it's kind of hard for you to respond to the whether I'm cutting in and out because you're right here beside me. You still run the map you showed me on RDR? Well, it's the only map on RDR. I hear you done. Huh? Come on, sign in. Do I have to? Okay, let me do this. Do I need to up? Last time I had problems like that. Let me here, here. Manage apps and devices. Updates. Ah, that's the problem. I figured that's what you were trying to say, but you said done. Like, you're done with me. I don't want you in my friendship no more. Yep, that was the problem. The app needed to be updated. All right. Awesome. Yes, with the update. Wow, this has to be updated too. Damn, the hell. If you can't tell, I don't do a lot on my phone. Not now. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, there we go. No, go to this. Not that one. Next. Oh wow. I don't even remember my. Wow. Everybody gets to sit here and hear me go through my whole spiel of I'm getting old and I don't remember everything. Oh, it's oh. Is it there? Oh. This one? Oh, I hope that's the password. Please don't make me change this. I beg of thee. Nope, that's not it. Oh, shit. Wait. That letter, not the other one. Fat fingers. Ready or not? Trying to send now a new device. Verification of email address. Great, now I gotta do this. Oh man, come on. Jesus. No, I haven't heard of that game. Um, to be honest with you, a lot of the games, if they're on PlayStation, I haven't heard of them because, like I said, the last time I played anything on PlayStation was back when I did crap. When I played Final Fantasy Rebirth. That's the last time I did anything on the PlayStation. And when they come out with, am I playing on Xbox? No, I haven't had an Xbox since, jeez, right before my computer crashed the first time. And so, oh, what? I thought they had sent that there. My phone is asinine. All right, well, you want to do it this way? We'll do it this way. Sign. Oh, gee. There you go. X. There it is. Oh my god, it took it that long to actually show up, bastards. Oh, verification. Where's it at? Okay. Oh. I forgot I'd made double authentic. I had to make. I made it where you had to do dual authentication to do. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. I'm sitting here talking and it will cut out in my headset, and I don't know if y'all are actually hearing me when I'm talking. Fallout 4. What? Oh, that's the game I did play. That was the very first one that I put on the gaming system. Verification code. I haven't gotten it yet. All right, get code. You're not cutting out. Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's when you see something like that. That's somebody trying to make you try to get you to buy few bots. It ain't worth it. All right. Now I thought that you get. Yeah, you can. You should be able to get messages. Done. There's people online. Alpha Wolfpack's playing DayZ. There we go. Messages. Uh. Huh. What? Uh. King. What? What is your I can't remember what your PSID is. Oh my god. Do I not have you up here anymore? No. Oh. Uh. Resend the. I'm not getting my text. Well. Ah. There you go. There you go. Yeah, back in actually, let's see. The back time, last time we talked was back in 2024. I did respond to you. Oh, that's right. You actually knew what was going. Oh, I'd actually told you what was going on personally. You knew what was going on with me personally because I'm sitting here looking at the messages now. Because me, you, and Alpha used to play on a map together, the three of us. I remember that now. It was me, you, and another guy that I was a friend with that would come to the stream, Alpha. And yeah, okay. Wow, come on, phone. Catch up. Yeah, yeah, catch up. There you go. And why is it not? What? You know something? Screw it. I am not going to sit here and deal with this. I'll deal with it later. When I am not on stream, I'll that where it's at. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's go back to this. All right. There, I've got that in front of me. I really need to get a third. If I'm going to be doing this even on part-time basis, I really need to get a third monitor that stays close to my eyesight better, that I can see chat in. Yeah, like I just seeing those messages, I realized that I had told you what was going on. I was talking to you about what was personally going on. I it's one of those that at that time so much was going on, I couldn't tell you who I talked to, who I didn't talk to, or anything else. All fall. And I know that sounds bad, and I apologize. But yeah. And the sad part is yeah, I've gotten back to work, and honestly, let's see, yeah, we're clean. I've spent more time recently dealing with medical stuff, unfortunately, than I have working in the past couple of years. And me personally, I'm getting tired of having to deal with doctors on a regular basis. And I just, eh, I try not to let things bother me. I try to let things go. So, you know, like I said, when I come back to the streaming, when I started streaming again recently, I was in a bad, you know, I was getting in a bad place mentally. Basically, I was tired of sitting around the house thinking that, for lack of better words, I was worthless. You know, it started really screwing with my head again. And I was like, nope, I'm gonna do something. So, like I said, I started streaming, started uploading to YouTube again. I am thinking about trying to think of different, like right now, I'm really into streaming this game in particular, the gas station simulator. Don't ask me why, but this is the game that has caught my attention at this moment, even though I've had it for years, that I want to sit here and honestly, to enjoy with other people. Oh, I've already got this going. Oh no, I'll come over here and do this. We're going to do this. Management map. Nope, wrong one. This. Upgrades. Drive in. Let's see. We're getting level 9. Yay! That was loud. That was real loud. Options, audio. Yeah. Let's cut that down to about 60, because that was very, 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 very loud. There we go. Alright, got this set up. Now it's a level 9. Better projector. Good. Oh my god, I've done lost train of thought. Yeah, I'm having fun with this. And after doing a few uploads, and especially with that, I had one video, and it may sound crazy, that got like 14 views in the first day. I know that ain't a lot, but to me it is, considering most of my videos are, you know, getting one view a day if I'm lucky, and usually, you know, I know who that one view is at least, you know, and it's all well and good. But that one didn't. I was like, you know something, maybe I'll think about doing a video series on a game, and you know, I'm like, what games am I going to do? And I sit here and I look at the games that I have on Steam, because that is the easiest thing. Yeah, I'm feeding you. That is the easiest stuff I have right now, because I don't need a capture card for it. This is capturing right off my computer. And I was like, well, what games do I want to do? And I haven't figured out which ones I'm going to do yet. Dinner time? What you having? Anything good? Want to share? Oh my god, dang. This has a, there we go. This has a very bad ladder mechanic. Like I said, this has a, why is that red? It should be black. Oh my god. No, this should be black. How did that end up getting painted? Oh my god. Don't I feel stupid? There we go. Oops. Oh, dinner time for the crocodile. I got to remember yeah, you got to remember there's a delay in the stream. Jesus. You would think I would know that by now. Nope. But as I was saying, I was thinking about doing the videos, and I don't know who actually watches my YouTube channel, Crosshair Gaming TV, or Crosshair Gaming, I think it is. Yeah, Crosshair Gaming. And I was thinking about putting a poll, vote, whatever up to see what people would be more interested in seeing as far as a video series on YouTube. And I'm not just going to throw any game. I'm like, hey, let's do this game, let's do that. No, it's going to have to be a game that I'm going to personally have to enjoy playing. Because if I don't like playing it, I already know the videos are going to be crap, because all I'm going to do is complain about the game the entire time. And I don't want to do that. Like I said, when I was playing MLB The Show, I was getting so frustrated all the time and ranting, raving, and you were there. You saw how I would get. I don't want that. I'm too old. Honestly, I am too old for... Alright, I know I can sell that. I thought about picking up MLB. I just don't want to spend 70. Yeah, really? Wow, that's how much it is? Well, honestly, I can't say anything because of the simple fact, when I did play it, I was a hard copy. I always had to have the hard copy. I'm not going to lie about that. I never liked the whole digital stuff, But, it was one of those that I always had to buy the hard copy of the game, no questions asked. And I would spend the $100-some on the hard copy because what would end up happening? Okay, dude. Why did I... Am I losing my mind or something? Was that poster not there? There we go. I would end up buying the deluxe edition so I could get the hat and stuff. When they were doing the hats and stuff like that, I always liked getting that stuff. And so $70, yeah. But then again, is that $70 for the base game, or is that $70 for like everything? I mean, have they gotten that bad that it's that much for the base game? Oh my God, that okay, to me that's going a little out there on that. I mean, whoa, too many. 22. No. Yeah, 22. That's the, wow. Well, then again, from what I've heard about the PlayStation, they're getting ready to make it almost impossible for people to play anymore. It's rumor, I don't know if it's true, that they're talking about doing the game, doing the pricing, dynamic pricing. That's what they call it, from my understanding. Is it true? I don't know. I haven't taken the time to look it up. I've just hearsay heard it. in passing. I don't know if it's true. Something I was going to look up and maybe talk about at another stream. Because I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind streaming from the PlayStation, or doing MLB again, but there was a lot going on with that would have to justify me getting the capture card. More or less the game, just the capture card alone is what, in my opinion, has stopped me. Yeah. And on top of that, you know, if I was to stream it or do videos on it, there's so many people out there now that are just, they dominate that niche. Actually, it's on sale right now for $50. Yeah, that's cool and everything, but I don't play it. I don't play the PlayStation enough anymore. Like I said, the last time I played it was to play Final Fantasy Rebirth. And I didn't even actually do the full Rebirth like I wanted to. I literally played the game, did some of the side quests, and then just, okay. You know, usually when it comes to the Final Fantasy games, I'm real meticulous about doing all the our side quest, and I just didn't want to do it. I got through the main game, and you know, to me, I like how they're actually changing the game. They're not just doing we're gonna just reskin it basically. And I appreciated that. They are actually taking time to retell the story from different points of views and different ways that people wanted to actually be able to play it. And I like that. But at the same time, they are keeping true to most of it. I mean, yeah, you can't argue with, to me personally, as a fan of the original, you can't argue with the way they did things. I like it. Damn it, you asshole. Wow, my aim is very, very bad. See, this is why I don't play baseball anymore. My aim sucks. But, you know, I don't know. If I was to actually start getting for lack of better words, if I was to start to get a better following on here, and, you know, not just for this game, but if I was to start getting a small following where I'm like, hey, do y'all want to see this? You know, I could actually ask people, hey, would you want to see this? Would you want to see that? You know, and get a few, know what people would actually come and watch, and if it's something, something I enjoy playing, then I'd be more than glad to do it. But right now, this is more of me. I want to share my leisure time, for lack of better words, my fun time of how I enjoy a game with people. And I've learned that me doing it this way, yeah, I'll go on a little, I may go on a little tangent, babble, whatever you want to call it, about certain things. But I have learned that as long as I'm playing something I like and I'm enjoying, and it's not, well, I'm trying to keep up with the trends. I've learned that I talk, like you said, I talk more. I try to interact more. I'm not getting as frustrated. I'll kind of get quiet for a second and then start talking again, kind of deal. Stuff like that. And, go from there. But I've noticed that I personally have more fun streaming when I'm doing it this way. like I said, when I'm not trying to keep up with the trends of, oh, I've got to be like this person, I got to be like that person, or this is the hot game and this is what I've got to play right now to get attention. No, I've learned that that is the wrong way to think about it. And I have personally noticed how much more fun I have with it. And honestly, you know, if you think about it, streaming, that's one of the things that it's got to be. You've got to be able to have fun with it. And, you know, I've watched streamers that I can tell they're not having fun, they're irritated or whatever. I don't want to watch them because it's like, hey, I'm coming here to have a good time. And, you know, if you're sitting there constantly, you know, if you're constantly being like that, hey, you're bringing my mood down. I don't want that. And I realized that one of my biggest downfalls was I was doing that. For what it's worth, you know, it's on nobody but myself, and a lot of it is like I said, I would see these other content creators just booming up, and they would have these nice overlays and this and that and the other, and like I've got an overlay, I've still got, you know, I found my. Thank you. Hey, why is it okay? Oh, wrong one. Sorry, that one. You know, hey, I still have, there it is right there. I still have my overlay. Hey, baby, I know. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a camera for everybody to see you, or I'd let them see you. I don't do camera no more. Sorry, big boy. You need to go potty? You need to go out? You have a treat today. Did you have a treat today? Ask Big Brother. Give him a couple of dental treats and a couple of regulars. They're on the shelf. I'll put them up there. They're on the shelf. Go look. I swear. I don't know where they're at. No, get off your tail and go look. Everybody, put my foot up your booty hole. But yeah, I mean, it is a matter, if you're actually having fun, you'll start talking. Now, my problem with my talking is, I can hear where I don't pronounce certain words right, or I'm having trouble with it, and you know, I actually have trouble with doing certain words or talking period because of physical features I have to deal with. There we go. That's the best way to put it. You know. And again, hearing my voice come through the mic, I'm like, man, do I really sound like that? And it's a shock to the system to hear what, for the most part, what other people hear you sound like. It's like, man, I actually sound like that? You know, you think your voice sounds one way, and then you hear it, and it's like, So, you know, it is what it is. Don't hit me. You know. I mean, that's like one of them I still get notifications for, but I haven't watched in a long time that does MLB, is Daddy Debu. You know, I know he still does it. He really built his brand off of MLB. And he does a great job, but like I said, he had access to like the Steam Deck and everything else. And I was like, oh man, I gotta get one of those. I could never get one. That's why half the time when you're, hey, give me a second, the game will cut out because I'm having to use, tabbing through my windows that are open to click on be right back screen or end stream, beginning stream, stuff like that. That's why the sound cuts out. And I don't like it, but hey, it's what I got right now. If this turns out that as I continue to do it, I get more and more, and you know, like I've said in the stream before, for me to say, yep, this is going to be my permanent job now. If I'm going to make this a permanent, why don't you set it up on OBS as a hotkey? I did, but the problem is the way I had set it up before, and I would hit the hotkey, but the game, where I'm in the game, it wouldn't switch over. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong to not have OBS and the game being controlled at the same time. I don't know. Again, I haven't done this enough, and I guess the best way to put it is I haven't watched enough, sorry about that. I haven't put enough tutorials in my face to watch and read to figure out, hey, I need this program running while I'm doing this program, but I need the hotkeys to work. You know. Now, yesterday, and this is only when I'm playing the game. Now, yesterday, when I was editing, I was doing my video editing for that one video. I was sitting there, you know, I had hotkeys set up for start and stop streaming. And apparently twice yesterday, I started streaming with no picture and sound. So people were hearing the music, you know, there was a black screen and people were hearing the music that I was trying to get from the non-royalty music that I'm using. That's all they heard in my stream. And I had to delete those VODs because one was like 30 minutes long, the other one was like 2 minutes long. And it's like, no, that ain't what I wanted to do. And because of that, I ended up having to cut those hotkeys off. I had to, you know, reset them to no hotkey. And it's like, well, damn. When I'm playing the game, you don't want to do the hotkey. When I'm not playing the game, it does the hotkey. So it's like, what do I need to do to fix that? So, you know, I guess I'll just have to take a day here soon and just watch some YouTube videos, watch some YouTube tutorials about how to do that. You know, like I said, I got the overlay, but yeah. You know, just your generic overlay. If I was happy with it, I'm still happy with it. But you know, it's one of the antlers with lights. I'll keep that one. That's pretty cool. You know, I'm happy with it, and I enjoy what I'm getting out of it. But at the same time, it's there we go. That looks good there. I think I got one. Yep. The one without lights, the one with lights. Yay, they work. But, you know, for the most part, I'm happy with everything. But I know it could be better. If you program the U, just have the program the U. You have to make sure you don't hit the key when you're typing. Well, see, that's what I did. I programmed, like, the keys, the up and down arrow keys, because I hardly use those keys. I mean, I rarely use the up, down, left, right keys for anything. No, I don't use it for anything. You know, and so I was like, okay, I'll do one of those. And nope. It's like, ha. And, you know, it is what it is. Again, it's going to be one of those that, with your help doing it, you know, you help and give me a little tip here and there, and, you know, going and watching videos on YouTube or tutorials or whatever to try to figure it out, I'll eventually get it. You know, I'm not saying I'm a complete idiot. Close, but not a complete one. And, you know, I'll make it. But again, like I said, this isn't my primary. I don't have a true source of income right now. That's beside the point. You know, this isn't my everyday job. You know, this isn't. oh my God, I've got to do this to make money to pay the bills, yada, yada, yada. It's not like that. The only way that this could be what I would say my primary job, and I've said it in other videos too, I would have to make roughly actually roughly 5 to 7, the more I think about it, and me and my wife talked about it, I would have to make $5,000 to $7,000 a month in revenue. Crap, that puts me over. Alright, we'll knock one of those down. Need 10 more. One of those down. There we go. That puts me over. Alright, there we go. I would have to make $5,000 to $7,000 a month. That would give me the money to survive off on, the bare minimum money to survive, and be able to pay, take the money and put aside for taxes at the end of the year. That's what it would take. And the past few streams, yeah, I've had a couple of subs come up, but two of those is family. Well, actually, all 3 of the subs I've gotten recently are family. But one of them was my son. I gifted him one.
How much do I owe you?
And then my wife did hers, and then the other family member did theirs today. And the reason they did theirs today, unfortunately, is because I didn't realize I had the chat set up to sub-only chat. I didn't know I had done that. And, my son pointed it out to me. Hey, it's sub-only chat. That's why nobody can talk in chat. I was like, oh, crap, thank you. So I had to cut that off. And, it's like, well, damn, I'm screwing up right and left right now. That's the way I felt anyway. But, if I was to get to the point that I'm making that kind of money on a consistent basis, I'm not saying 1 or 2 months. If it's a consistent basis of where I'm making that kind of money, then yeah, I could make this a full-time, my full-time job doing YouTube videos. And here's the thing, I don't have to get it all from Twitch. If I was to get enough subscribers on YouTube and everything to be able to partner and all that, if I was able to partner with them and everything and be able to do that, then, cool. But at the same time, it's one of those that I know, I'll do that. I know that, it ain't gonna happen. I've watched people do this for months, for years, and everything else, and they're not doing it. It's just one of those that it's a hit or miss. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not, and it would have to be a constant income. That's all there is to it. Am I out here trying to make make tens of 20s and 30s to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month? No. Because I know there is no way in hell that I can make that kind of money. I know I can't. I mean, between YouTube and Twitch, it is saturated. The gaming genre for Twitch and everything is starting to kind of die down, where people don't really want to watch it that much anymore. They're looking more for clickbait, that they can make their own videos. Oh, look at this person doing X, Y, Z while they're playing. They're looking for that. And, looking for reaction content that they can react to and everything. And, that's how they make their money. Great for them, Good for them. They're doing, they're doing them. And, it is really a hard thing to get going, and even if you do get it going and you start becoming a well-known face, a well-known figure in the streaming or YouTube tube area, you're scrutinized, you know, and rightfully so, because you know, if you're that popular or known, what you know, you're that popular or well known, and it's one of those like, oh, I watch you, da 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 da, you know, you can't be stupid, you know, and do you lose some of your privacy in life? Yeah, you do. Especially if you get that big in life. You know, if you get that big on the Twitch platform or YouTube or both, yeah, you lose a lot of your privacy. Your life starts becoming an open book for people. And that's, to me, when you do this and you make this your everyday job, like a lot of people have done and have done great with it, you are also saying, hey, welcome into my life, dig into it, you know, so. You know, say people know who you are and you're out in the street one day and they see you and they come running up to you outside of your stream or whatever, you know, you really got to watch that interaction as far as, am I treating the person right? Am I being the same way? You know, because you do have people that get up here and portray characters. It's not their true self. You know, hey, that's how you make your money. Make your money. If you got to play a character, play that character, be that character. But just know that, you know, you've got to keep in mind that, hey, if I play this character on stream or on YouTube or whatever, and especially if I show my face, if I let people see who I actually am physically, if they see me out in public, that is what they're going to expect. So it goes from, hey, I'm being this character on, you know, big boy, what? You sound so pitiful. You sound like nobody pays you any attention. Yeah, you're sitting here cocking your head like nobody. What, baby? What? Yeah, pit bulls are so ferocious. Yes, they are. Right. It's all in the way you raise them. Ow. That was my arm you hit with your ear shaking. Yeah. I love you. There you go. Like I said, you know, if you betray this person on Twitch or YouTube, whether it's in videos, live stream, or whatever, yeah. When they see you out in public, that's what they're going to expect. So, you know, you go from, hey, I'm doing this here, but I won't do it there. It's not a good thing. You're actually hurting yourself more than anything else. That's why I said earlier that the reason I'm streaming this right now is I'm going to be nailed for copyright later when I try to upload this. That's alright. Oh, wow. You know, you're in a situation that you have to be this person constantly. That's all there is to it. And like I said, these games are allowing me, honestly, to be that person. Do I still get upset? Yep. Do I still get angry? Yep. Do I blow up like I used to? Nope. Because when I start getting to that point that I'm feeling that I'm getting aggravated anymore, I'll stop the stream. I'm like, yeah, sorry. I need to go take a break, you know, catch myself. Maybe I'll come back later, maybe not. Sorry about that. That kind of thing. And speaking of which, I do need to take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes. I got to deal with something personal. Like, I got to use the bathroom. That's all there is to it. I'll be back.
easy to use. So call my time, but you weren't really mine, just something to do. Thought I never knew. No surprise, but nevertheless, I'm still stuck in self-defense. No surprise, but nevertheless, I got
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's go back to this. All right, where were we at? Did I set up another movie already? Is it playing? Okay, movie is playing. Nobody wants popcorn. All right, could I go ahead and upgrade that to level 10? Because that was the goal of this stream tonight, was to get that level. I'll wait till they're done, then I'll upgrade it. All right. Did you stock up my shelves? Wait a minute. Why is this? 15, 15, 20, 20, 15. Okay, that's all set right. All right, to 100%. Okay, that's set. That's set. Wait a minute. Okay, why is this not full? Okay, I'm switching the current stock. Oh, restock when below 75%. Okay, okay. I'll live with that. I got you. I got you. I forgot I could actually set up how much it was going to be before we had to restock. And no, I haven't started the junkyard. I've got access to it. I've got access to all 3 DLCs, which is the RV camp, the airport, and the junkyard. But I haven't started them yet. I want to get all the gas station totally maxed out. That's the cinema and the gas station totally maxed out to the upper limits, so I can have all the employees. Because I can get 2 more employee trailers, and oh, actually, I can buy them now. Let's go ahead and buy them. Shoot, if I can go ahead and buy all 4 employee trailers, yep, let's go ahead and do it. I was going to spend that kind of money on other stuff anyway. That's all the trailers for the employees. Can I hire anybody? Let's see, what do you got? 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, 1. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. Juan Pierre, you just got a job. Thank you. I'll wait for the, see, what's that, 14 minutes? I'm sorry, you just ain't in the upper tier for me to hire you yet. Now, give me a break. I'm being stupid. Alright, you know something? No, I ain't doing that yet. I'm not doing that yet. Let's see, what do we got here? I could add the fuel dispenser. I'm not doing the lottery yet. Let's see. Should I do the fuel dispenser? Or another set of parking or fill out my parking lot, because it looks like I can do all the parking spots. What should we do? The fuel dispenser or add more parking spots? What y'all think? Oh, excuse me. Parking, is that good with you? Oh, you ain't talking to me. I see how it is. I'm not important enough to talk to. That's fine. Oh, Ken's more important. Oh. Oh God, a bus just showed up. I think King stepped away for a second. I think he had to do the same thing I did. If that's what you wanted me to do, I'll go ahead and do the parking lots. If I do it, I'll probably go ahead and do both of them. Oh, you big baby. Alright, we'll do both parking lots. Oh, wait a minute. Wow. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Alright, all the parking lots are done. How much we got? Oh, we got 17 grand. Let's see, decorations. Alright, we got interactive. We got that and the... Okay, that's 1,200. That's 690. Should we do the basketball or the arcade? Now, this is stuff for us to do. Oh god, that reminds me of going to the arcades when I was a kid. Wow. Arcade? Alright, we'll get the arcade. Alright, let's see. What else we got there? Alright, we got some landmarks we need to go through. I think I got all the landmarks here. Yep. Ooh, then we got the pole landmark here. We got the sign. What is this? Oh, picnic area. Palm trees by the car wash. A wagon. Bonfire fireplace. I don't even see it. I guess it just clears out the area. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get this. Is my personal. I'm gonna make the decision on this one. We are getting the road finally. That's the food truck that ain't no good across the way. That's the Halloween decorations, the Christmas, the Valentine's, the Dino Rancho. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm not gonna worry about too. You know something? I'm not gonna worry about too much that looks like it. Yeah, that's all. That's all from the. Yeah, because see, you got to have blueprints. That's from anything that pops up with blueprints. That deals with the airport. All right, should we do this spike right here, or just the little road sign here? What is this? The picnic area. Palm tree, you know, the trees around the car wash. The wagon. We got a little bit of wiggle room. That's only 115 or something. We're gonna get that. Let me get that. Alright, I won't get the last one. Alright, you said the picnic area. That would be this one? Yep. Alright, there's the picnic area. You got another one? Keep going. It ain't too much. It's only 240. You think so? One more? Oh, that's the palm trees. Oh no, the next one's the palm trees to give them a little bit of shade. There's two more pieces I can get for that whole set. Looking 260. Probably won't be too much. Go ahead. Get it all? Alright. Alright, that's the whole picnic area. Alright, that's enough for right now, because I do got to see how much I've got to buy in delivery now. Because we probably just got wiped out. Yep. Thanks. One of those. Oh. You're whining because I'm not paying you any attention. Alright, we're going to get those. Those look pretty good. Oof. Those. That's pretty good. Those. Wow, they wiped my alcohol. Oh my god. Let me try to get 4 of those. See if I can keep 4 of them. Oh wow. Bought a lot of tobacco. Wow. Wow, they ate up my tobacco supplies bad, didn't they? That all looks good. What about newspapers? That looks good. Actually, I've got way too much newspaper. So it may be a while before I order anything else of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually I would wait for the deal, but being this much out, I'm going to have to go ahead and bite the bullet and pay the higher price and not make as much profit. Alright, let me see what we got here. Alright, one of those, one of those, one of those, two of those. One, two, one, two. Please don't put me on 12.59. Okay. Alright, what about my... Ooh, I need to check my workshop. Ooh, I just thought about that. Okay, I'm good on tires. Good, I'm good. A little bit low, but I'm good in the workshop. Okay, there we go. I am just literally about out of cigarettes and tobacco products. Wow. Go party bus. 9 times out of 10, that's where your inventory goes when that party bus shows up. We're gonna wash this car real quick and we'll go look at that picnic area we just got. What else did we get inside the picnic area? Good job. What else did we get? Arcade. We got the parking spots, which gives us all this now. And here's the picnic area. Oh, that's nice. Leaving a pizza. Really? Pizza box? They're leaving trash. This isn't a trash bin. Oh my god. At least we can do is make it clean it up. Jeez, man. Alright, the arcade's over here. Oh, never mind. My delivery's at the gate. How's it coming? I said I was coming. I'll make you wait longer. I'll shut you up in here. Play your horn like that. Oh, really? Really? Get in. Thank you. I'll be right back. I will let you out in a second. I will be right back. I am not letting that bastard tag my shot. No. Where you at? Come yet? Yep, there you are. Get, come on. I said, get. Get. I said no. Thank you. I don't feel like having to paint the building again right now. I'll get it next time I decide to shut down. Alright, we'll open this up. Should have left your ass trapped in here. Jerk. Blowing your horn like you ain't got no damn sense. Didn't your mama reach for you? Get on out of here. No, don't even say thank you. Get. Let's see. You gonna lose your axle? Hey, at least you got a decent truck. Your truck stayed in one piece. Alright. And I still can't believe I left the damn gate open and had my stuff robbed from me. Well, actually, I can believe it. I really can believe it. Because the simple fact, the last few times I played this game, personally, few times I played it.
You're amazing.
What the? Dude, what? Yeah. What are you doing? No, no. Yeah. That way. There you go. Go. That way. There you go. Oh. Gotta give me an angry emote. What are you doing? I didn't like. King, do you still when you stream, you said you had to get a capture card. Which one did you get, by the way? I think I got like the Elgato 60. And even then, I think it was pushing the limits doing the PS4. Okay. While we're waiting to see if I can get a response, we're going to do this. We're going to upgrade this. This should be our level 10 that we were going for. 10K. Oh, God, no. This is not our level 10 that we're going for. I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait. We're going to just do a movie. What was the last movie we played? The original movie? Okay, we're going to do... We'll do Fallout Part 1, then Fallout Part 2. Yep, there we go. We're going to set it for 2 a.m. HD Elgato spent $400. Yeah, nope. No, there's no way that, honestly, if I had the money and I had the means to do it, at this moment in time, with me personally, I would get the game. I would get MLB The Show 26. I would get it. I would get the Elgato. And I would stream it. But I cannot, me personally, I cannot justify doing that. No. That's one of those that I'm getting back to the point that I love doing this again. It has been fun the past week. It's been fun trying to figure out the editing for the videos and everything. But no, that would have to be something that I'm sitting here doing it and people started tipping and giving me money, and you know, I had a resource other than my bill money. You know, me personally, you know, like, I believe I've got a tip thing on there. I don't like what it goes to. Oh crap. And I'm honestly thinking about taking it off. Just because of the simple fact that I don't want the money tips going to where that one's set up anymore. I want to see if I can find a way of setting up another avenue for tips to be distributed to me and go from there. And it would also be a situation that any monetary gain I get from the stream like that, or recording, well, streams preferably, like if I was doing the dual stream, or if I was streaming on YouTube, the super chats I believe it's called, anything like that I would get, would have to, I would actually set up because right now where it's going I don't agree with. I would want to set up an actual coat rack. We're gonna put that over here. Can we put that over here in the corner? Can I please put this over here in the corner? No? Okay, what about over here? Nope. No, we'll put it right here beside the trash can. How's that? Yep, that looks good right about there. Just a decoration. Works. I want it to be set up that when somebody makes a donation or tips or something like that, I want it to go to an account that is directly tied to the stream and not me. And it would be used to upgrade the stream, whether it be like, say we're getting, hey, let's do XYZ to get a Steam Deck.
Nuclear explosion occurs. A serious
Or
fallout
do
follows.
XYZ
Thousands
to
of
get
tons
the
of
capture
atomized
card,
earth,
or
building
hey,
materials,
let's
rocks,
get
and
the
gases
game,
may be
whatever
thrown
it
into the
is,
air.
whatever it boils
Clouds
down to
containing
being,
them.
in a way.
Sometimes moves as high as 100,000 feet.
And that's the way I would want it set up. I don't want it to be that, oh, the money's there, it's mine. No, it's not
Still out
mine. It
near the
is
explosion site.
Crosshair Gaming's money.
Others may be
You know,
carried
Crosshair
for
Gaming
10,
is a
50, 100
technically
miles or
a
more.
company.
But how will you
And
know if there is fallout?
when I initially set that tip button up, I didn't think. Again, it goes back to, I would see people like, I would see these streamers. I had one I really liked watching. I think you watched him with me, King, Carl Dude. Matter of fact, I think it's where you come from, is Carl Dude's, weren't it? Carl Dude, Quicksilver, and them. Back in the early days of streaming MLB. Yeah, I remember watching him, and again, it goes back to, like I was saying before, I see these streamers do so good. He was one of them. And I mean, he was getting 20, 40, 100, 50, he was getting these donations. Now, granted, it was to pull packs, don't get me wrong. But he was also getting them just to be getting them. And mentally, I couldn't handle that. And the fact of, why can't I? What am I doing wrong? But, I want to reset that all up. And I want it to be redone in a fashion that, again, it is a business account that it goes into, and it's going to be used to do nothing but, oh God, I'm glad I checked that. It is going to be used for nothing but upgrading the stream and the experience for people that come in. I don't want to stay the stagnant way it is at times. I want to improve it. I want it to grow, but I want it to grow properly. And that's just, it would take a while, And you alright in there, Terry? That I didn't mean to say. I mean, I'll get there eventually. Something will break. Whether it's once I get back to work, get going again, and start having good days and stuff like that. I know it's gonna take time. I'm not the psychopath that thinks it should be right now. So and the thing is I remember watching Carl Dude early on. He was, sitting on a couch, playing on a TV, streaming from his PlayStation. And I also remember back then you had, it weren't just Twitch. PlayStation had Ustream, and that's why that was the first time I'd ever streamed was on Ustream. And that was because it was a part of the PlayStation. Whoa. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. I had to gather myself. Huh? What? It's not on. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm fighting some of the medication I gotta take right now, so it kind of. I had to kind of gather myself a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna be on much longer, cause it's kind of this medication this time. It's been like this all day. It's kind of kicking my booty today. How much did I order?
That'll do.
What in the hell? How much did I order? Okay, at least I'm stopped. Damn. Damn, y'all killing me. But yeah, it's one of those that want to upgrade the washer, and that is right there. 2,500 for that. 15. Do I want to do that in order spot? No, we'll do this one. Yeah, that just makes the pump a little bit stronger, so I ain't got to clean it out as much. Alright, build my money back up and try to get 20-30K built in before we go and do the cinema. But it don't look like I'm going to be doing that tonight. I don't want to sit here and the stream start. Come on, give me a break. I don't want to sit here in the middle of the stream and end up passing out. That wouldn't be good. It kind of. Sometimes the medication hits me hard. Other times it don't. Tonight it's kind of hard. Ooh, I need to take. Oh, it's actually getting real bad tonight. Hold on. Give me a second. Nope. I'm gonna have to mute my mic for a minute. I've got to look for my. I got to look for something. Give me just a second.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Hey King, yeah. The plan's gonna be to be doing it tomorrow. I know that I'm gonna try to, at minimum, upload this video to YouTube. Because I do have it on YouTube that, wow. I've got the series of this being streamed on YouTube. in a playlist. So it's one of those I will be doing that. I am, like I said, I am plan on being on tomorrow. There's I might do like I did tonight, and there's another demo that popped up from this developer. I won't say it was this developer. May not be. But it's called, no, it's from the developer of Car Dealer Simulator. Same class and everything, or same genre and everything, but the game is called Police Station Simulator, I believe is what it's called. And I'll probably do like I did today and stream the demo first, and then switch over to the gas station simulator. But I don't know. It also depends on how long the actual demo is. I did the Airport Contraband earlier, and it was barely 30-40 minutes of gameplay. And it seemed fun, but at the same time, there wasn't enough gameplay in the demo to make a solid, yeah, I want to get this game decision. Drop it again. I don't think anybody heard you. But to me, there wasn't enough there to get a feel if the game was going to be okay or not. I mean, when you only got 20-30 minutes of gameplay, that's barely a tutorial to start a game. You know, most games, when you first start playing it, they got hey, we're going to show you how to play this game. The first hour and a half to 2.5 hours is your tutorial. And like I said, with the Airport Contraband, it's one of those things. Hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. Hey, you're done. Add it to your wish list. Why? Give me a little bit more to go on. I mean, like I said, I'm interested in the game, but the demo could have had a little more into it to kind of pull me in further. And you know, without having a lot to show people, I don't know how many. You know, the people that did come by, if they come by to see it, I don't know how many of us are going to be like, yeah, I'll play that game, or it looks stupid. Because like I said, there weren't enough to go off of. I mean, granted, the first hour of my stream was that game, but the problem is, with that first hour, honestly, about 20 minutes of it was on, I had it paused. Because I ended up getting a phone call in the middle of playing. So, you know, if I was to take that and, like this video here, this stream, the VOD for this video, I'm going to cut it up. I'm going to take the first half of it out, and I'm going to actually make another whole playlist of demos that I've played. And I'm going to edit it down, take out that pause part and all that, and put that up. You know, I wouldn't, you know, I don't mind getting games out like that, but again, it's because I personally like doing stuff like that. Not because, oh, we'll pay you. Yeah, it'd be nice if you want to sponsor me, great, but hey, I like your game. So, but yeah, with tonight, honestly, I'm at a good stopping point. You know, we did get to the cinema level 9, we didn't get to 10. We did get the car wash up to level 3. You know, we got those decorations put down, the picnic tables. We opened up 2 more parking spots, or 2 more sets of parking spots, which opened up 6 of them. And who's my favorite football team? They've changed names, but the Commanders. I've always been a Washington Redskins / Commanders fan. Need to go back to the Redskins. That's me. they need to go back to them, or go back to that name and that logo, but still. But the problem is I haven't watched them in years. I think the last time I'm a bad fan. I'll admit to it. But I think the last time I really watched them was back when RG3 was with them when he first come up, and it was one of those that after that it just, my thrill of watching the football, baseball, and basketball, stuff like that has kind of waned over the years. I'll pay somewhat attention to it. Me and my neighbor have a yearly bet because, hey, guess what? He's a Dallas fan. We have a yearly bet between. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. We have a yearly bet between us. Nothing, friendly little bet between me and him about who's going to win what. The Commanders are going to whip your tail. No, they ain't. Whatever. We have a little wager. Nothing. Nothing bad. I'm gonna cut your grass. You're gonna cut my grass. You're gonna blow. You're gonna blow the leaves out of my. Simple stuff like that. Just being good neighbors. Honestly, I couldn't ask for better neighbors. And it's one of those that I'll go down fighting, helping to protect him just because of how good he is to us. Which is a rare thing to find nowadays, is a neighbor like that. But let's see what. All right, we got the cinema to level 9. We got the car wash to level 3. The picnic area fully filled out. The parking spots. What was it? No, we did something else. The bonfire. Hold on. Wait a minute. I think we did one more thing. Hold on. We got to show that off if we did. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Yeah, we did this over here. We did the teepees and the bonfire. Yeah, we did this little thing here. Okay. I knew we had done something else. I'm running. I'm trying to get somewhere out of the storm. Yeah. Oh, that sucks to be you at the car wash. But yeah, like I said, we got that done today. It's still pretty good. The decorations actually help the appeal. Like, where's it at? Management, traffic. There we go. Landmarks and decorations. Let's see. We got for the decorations, we got a +3. Bonus for the landmarks. We got a +3. Fuel price +1. Popularity. Yeah, at least we've evened out now. We're not negative anymore. Good time of the day. There's no. Speaking of football, there's no actual football. I think that's the wrong type of football. Oh well, but that's what all that stuff was that we did a while ago. So again, it's one of those that for now I think we're just gonna end up calling the day. Now I know it says stream ended, but I need to change the texting stream ending. This goes back to this is my old layout from years ago that I happen to be able to pull back off. This is some of the stuff that was saved in the cloud, and I'm like, okay, you saved this, but you didn't save my videos, assholes. So for tonight, that's going to be it. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I didn't bore you too bad. We'll get to come back to this again another time, and everybody have a good night.